Erik ten Hag is going ahead to give green light to Facundo Pellistri to go ahead and really play for Granada. Another story coming in through from Saudi Arabia shows that David De Gea, the former goalkeeper of Man United, has gone ahead to agree a very lucrative deal to join that side. And lastly, we are going to talk about what is it all about? He's called Forson Omori Forson, a player that we might lose on a free transfer, and Ten Hag is working tooth and nail to obviously keep him at the club of Man United. Welcome to this channel. Smash the like button, comment and share. If you're only watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rokan David is my name, and hope you guys are really having fun wherever you are. Second video of the day, and hope you guys are really fine with everything as we are portraying it to you, the viewers of United Matters channel. Now, let's start it off with Erik ten Hag. Erik ten Hag has gone ahead to give green light for Facundo Pellistri to join Granada on loan until the end of the season. Pellistri hopes to receive the signed papers so he can travel to Spain late tonight or early tomorrow. So that is it. That is coming in through from Rodrigo Romano. He was the first person to come in through and obviously break this story. He works for Felidosta AUF TV, and he's in Uruguay, meaning that he got in the news from a close source, and it has gonna have to be approved that it's really okay, and the player is going to obviously go to the side of Granada. Now, after that, we got a story coming in through from the agent known as Eduardo Chino La Slavia. This is the Facundo Pellistri agent. He said, I've just arrived in Spain and I'm waiting for Facundo Pellistri, who leaves Manchester United at 3 p.m. today. He will join Granada for 6 months. Meaning that Facundo Pellistri is on the plane right now as we speak. And then Fabrizio Romano went ahead and added that Man United and Granada are now exchanging documents for Facundo Pellistri's loan. And then we've gotten a huge story coming in through from the Manchester United Evening News that Facundo Pellistri is traveling to Spain to complete his loan move to Granada. If you're talking about 3 p.m. UK time, meaning that he has been on the plane now for like 1.5 hours and is traveling to go to Granada to obviously start his loan that side. And I'm really very annoyed about how we are really doing these loans. It's like these players, we don't want them to be featuring in the Premier League. That is it. When you look at Hannibal, looks like he's not in the plans of Man United. They've taken him to Sevilla, yet Everton was there. If he was really looked at as a player who is really part of the plan for the club of Man United, I think it would have gone ahead to be very easy for them to obviously say, let's loan him to Everton. Facundo Pellistri, trust me, there are teams in the Premier League that would have gone ahead to give him a lot of audience to obviously play there. But guess what? They've gone ahead to loan him to Spain. So to me, it looks like these two are really out of the plan for Manchester United, and I won't be shocked if at all Facundo Pellistri is sold for like £20 million in the summer, and Hannibal being sold for £20 million, because if that is done, it's a confirmation that these players are not needed. If you need a player, you have to really loan him in the Premier League and obviously get used to the Premier League and really prove to you that he's really good enough to come in through and really play. But we've gone ahead to lose these players, and we've gone ahead to find ourselves in a situation of getting them out of the league. But for Facundo Pellistri, he lives here. Amad Diallo and Anthony to tussle it for that position, and that means we're really having two right attacking midfielders. Ten Hag went ahead to really take long to make a decision on what and who he wants to come in through and really side the club of Man United, because he had to really talk to the manager of Granada and see how he's going to improve this player. I really understand he needs these minutes, and I know I'm going to be here at my place watching him play for Granada, and I'm really having another reason to really watch Granada. Remember, I was watching Granada for the last 6 months because Alvaro Fernandez was playing there. Alvaro Fernandez has gone ahead to cross from Granada back to Man United, and now he has crossed to Benfica with an option to buy, and we have gone ahead to send another player to Granada, meaning that we might be really using that avenue to see to it that we obviously take players there, showcase their talent, and then sell them. But for Facundo Pellistri, he's going to be there for the next months until 30th of June, and he will be really assessed by Erik ten Hag and see whether he's gonna really return to be part of the team in the preseason. But Antony comes in through to tussle it out with Amad Diallo. And I know very many Manchester United fans have been furious about Erik ten Hag, and I was gonna obviously treat Amad Diallo and not get him onto the team of Man United. But I really understand the cause. The cause is really simple. This guy has gonna hate to obviously keep going to where he deserves to be. So I wait and see how Ten Hag is going to handle this. And remember, there is another player that is going to hate to come in, that is Forson Omori, that he's been looking at, and we're going to look at him in the next 1 or 2 minutes. But for Facundo Pellistri, I will admit that him and Amad Diallo should be starting ahead of Antony. But Antony is a player that Erik ten Hag went ahead to buy and went ahead to spend £86 million to obviously bring him at the club of Man United. Something that I think happened because we lacked competent people at the club of Manchester United. There were very many options that Manchester United would have gone ahead for to really get in a left-footed player to obviously play into that position. You know, Olise was there. You know, who else? Would have gone ahead to get Leroy Sen, less than that. Which other player? Mohamed Kudus would have been a player that would have gone ahead to get less than that amount of money. And that was because all the people we had at Man United are not having what we call football knowledge. They are not knowledgeable when it comes to these transfers. But if we had a competent person, would have gone to tell Edwin Tag that no, in that amount of money, we can get off £38 million and sign Cody Gakpo, and you needed Cody Gakpo, right? And he said yes. Now we can get £50 million and look for another right attacking midfielder who is left-footed. So I think that would have gone ahead to carry a lot of sense in that club. But because we were ill at decision making, we went ahead to find ourselves in a position of making such a stupid decision. So that is how bad we've gone ahead to look without competent people, that the manager had to go ahead and obviously do what he wants, because for him he felt like he was obsessed to bring in Antony. So this is why Ineos comes in through and obviously solves all this. Trust me, if Ineos was not here, Manchester United would have already gone ahead to bring in a player in the January transfer window. But Ineos has said, we are not going to make any signing. All right? We are not going to make any signing, and any signing that's going to be made under Ineos has to be approved by the CEO, and that is Omar Berada, the incoming sporting director and head of recruitment. That's what makes a team competent. That is it. Ten Hag has to sit with his people and convince them. That is it. If he doesn't convince them, there is no way he's going to get himself a player that he wants. So that's what runs a competent club. So wait and see how that pans out. And I think there will be a chance for Facundo Pellistri to be assessed depending on how he's going to be performing at Granada, because the new CEO, sporting director, and head of recruitment will be following the performances of these people. And as I tell you, it's not gonna be all the same. You know, it's not going to be business as usual. If this boy proves that he's better than Antony, then trust me, they will recommend him to be in the first 11, and Antony will have to fight for his position in there for you. So that is it for Facundo Pellistri. But there is another player that is gonna hit to be kept at Man United, 20 years of age, that is Forson Omori, who was brought on to play in the position of Antony as we beat Newport by 4-2. You understand? So Forson Omori has gone ahead to really threaten Man United, and we could lose him for a free transfer in the summer. Forson recently rejected the latest contract offer made to him, and his current deal expires in June. Talks are ongoing to try and find a resolution for all parties, but it is becoming increasingly likely that Forson could leave United this year. So I was telling people that Erik ten Hag is giving this guy more and more minutes ahead of others because he believes that by giving him some time, because he made his debut when you're playing against Wigan, and now he got more minutes when you're playing against what's the team? Newport. And for that fourth goal that Rasmus Højlund scores, Forson was released by Garnacho and he hit that ball. Goalkeeper saved it. It went into the vicinity of Rasmus Højlund, and Højlund went ahead to score, meaning that there is some talent in the player. Though my friend Damian tells me that he doesn't see any talent from the players like Anthony Elanga. I told him no, he's not like Elanga, because if he was like Elanga, Ten Hag wouldn't have gone ahead to obviously try him and really be with him in every game. So Forson is a player that Man United is really looking at, and they want to give him more games and see to it that he renews his contract and doesn't leave as a free agent for the club of Manchester United. They're fighting really hard, and it looks like Ten Hag is looking at him as the next player from the academy to get into the first team of Man United. And that's why you see to it that there's going to be what we call a huge overhaul at Man United. We might lose like 15 players, those in the academy and those in the first team. So wait and see how that pans out for Forson Omori. And lastly, let's talk about the former goalkeeper of Manchester United, that is David De Gea. David De Gea has agreed to join Saudi Pro League side Al Shabab. De Gea has been without a club since he left Man United in July. Now, him agreeing to go ahead and really join that club shows you that no elite team has gone ahead to show interest and has decided to go ahead and really make it money. And I think that's the best option he could pick for, because teams have gone ahead to snub him left, right, and center. And I really believe that he's going to go ahead and really have a very good and bright career that side. But all in all, we think that he has gone ahead to get himself back to his foot and made a decision to obviously go and really play there. He's going ahead to make a right decision, because no elite team could obviously go for him. Let him go to that side and really harvest his money, because we know how much he's going to earn. Big profile goalkeeper. If at all, the likes of Benzema earning £86 million per year, that means this guy is in the same ilk and is going to be earning that same amount of money for the next 2 or 3 years when he's playing that side. So guys, thank you very much for watching through. Tell me your thoughts about Ten Hag greenlighting Facundo Pellistri loan to Granada in the comment section below. He's on plane. Are you okay with him leaving, or someone else would have gone ahead to leave? What do you make about Forson Omori? Should we give him a new contract, or we let him go out on a free? And lastly, David De Gea getting a new team in Saudi Arabia, and that is Al Shabab. We cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. May the living to God bless you abundantly. Rokan David remains my name. I sign out for now. See you later. Bye-bye.